Hello everyone. I will be talking about rainwater harvesting and how to size a water storage system for your building. Rainwater harvesting is a system to collect water from the roof to use in the building. The collected water can be used for irrigation, toilet and urinal flushing, pond and fountain filling, and cooling tower makeup water. The water can be filtered according to use, and with treatment, it can also be used as potable water. For our building, we are going to be using the collected water for irrigation and plumbing. We will have a greenhouse and a rooftop garden we can use the collected water for. Rainwater harvesting is self-sufficient and is a great method for conserving water. The collected water is relatively clean and is a free source of water. In addition to that, the technology is inexpensive and easy to maintain. Lastly, it can be a backup water storage for emergency. Here are some options for water storage. The steel tank on the right might be something you were imagining a tank to look like. These are mostly used as residential project or small-scale buildings. The fiberglass tanks and the concrete vaults are more for larger scale buildings. For our building, we will be implementing a concrete vault storage system. To get started, you would need to find the average monthly rainfall on your site. We need to figure out how much rain the region receives annually and monthly. In our case, we are located in Stockton and 7 months out of the year have precipitation. You will need to size the storage system according to demand and rainfall. If there is not much rain annually to keep to the demand, you will need to build a bigger tank so you can collect water during those rainy months and distribute it out to the drier months. There are some other things to consider. First, the use of the collected water. Secondly, the roof size, and if there is enough roof area for sufficient water collection. And lastly, the roof pitch and material. Lower pitched roofs are better at collecting water than steeper roofs. In addition, a smooth roofing material will have better runoff.
Here is a tool we can use to calculate the estimated amount of harvested rainfall. We can use this estimation to size the water storage system. There is a link for where you can find an Excel spreadsheet to do the calculations. For our building, we have about 80,000 square feet of catchment area. After inputting the monthly inches of rainfall, it generated the estimate for harvested water. The annual rainfall harvest estimate is about 705,000 gallons for us. To size the storage system, you can use the monthly harvest estimates. Once you have determined your rainfall availability, you need to get a rough estimate for your building's water demand. This is going to be unique to each case depending on a variety of factors, mostly your building's type and use. Since our building is agriculturally centered, we are going to use a significant amount of water. Through our research, we determined our monthly demand comes out to be roughly 750,000 gallons. To determine your demand estimate, we have included a link to a website that can help you get started. Now that you have an estimated amount for both your monthly rainfall availability and your monthly demand, you can determine a storage tank size. This, as with determining rainwater availability and demand, is going to be unique to each particular case. To size the system, simply compare monthly rainwater availability to monthly demand and determine where there is abundance and where there is shortage. In our case, at this point, our rainwater demand is always going to exceed availability, so we'll need to rely on an outside source to supplement. But based on the 6-month dry period, we'll want a tank that can hold about 4,500,000 gallons. Here's a section of our building. As you can see here, rainwater can be harvested from the roof and the ground. After the water is filtered, it can then be stored. The water will be distributed throughout the building and will be used for flushing and irrigation. Thank you for watching, and that was all about rainwater harvesting and water storage sizing.